Hello there. I was focusing on what we're going to do today. Today, in this video of Franco Science Experiments, we are learning about the solar system. And please make sure to subscribe and leave the bell. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is not a planet, but a star. The sun. Here is a picture of the real life sun. So the sun stays in its place. It's the earth rotating that makes it look like it's moving. The sun is a big ball of burning heat. And it has a gas that the sun could go burning. When it runs out of that gas, the sun will explode. And it'll make a supernova. And now let's talk about the first planet in the whole solar system. Mercury. This is a picture of Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet of the solar system. And Mercury is also the closest to the sun. In daytime, it is burning hot. And in nighttime, it is freezing cold. Now, let's talk about Venus. This is a picture of Venus. Venus has a lot of volcanoes. And remember that we were talking about Mercury, the closest planet to the sun? That is not the hottest. The hottest is Venus. Not just because it's the second planet and very close to the sun, because it has billions of volcanoes inside of it. Now, let's talk about the third planet. This third planet is the Earth. The Earth is the planet that we live in. Earth is a planet Earth is the only planet in the solar system that has life for plants, animals, and water, fish, like every animal and thing that you see here to be. So it is not too hot, not too cold, like the story of Goldilocks and the Three Little Bears. Now let's talk about Mars. Mars appears to be red because it has lots and lots of dust. You could sneeze in Mars because it has a lot of dust. That's a little joke that I saw on TV. So Mars is actually orange. Even though it looks red, it's actually orange. Mars is pretty hot and pretty cold. Mars has the biggest mountain in the solar system, which used to be at least a volcano, but now it's not. Now let's talk about the fifth planet. Oh, and Mars with the fourth, okay? The fifth planet is Jupiter. The biggest planet of the solar system is Jupiter. So Jupiter is full of gases. You see this little dot here? That is a storm that has been raging for millions of years. Now, let's talk about Saturn, which is the North and South Pole in almost all the parts that it has. So Saturn has a North and South Pole. So you see this ring? That is the only planet that has rings. So these rings are made out of ice, rocks, and dust. Now let's go to the weirdest planet, which is also the second last planet, Uranus. And this is Uranus. It has a ring like Saturn, but thinner. And if you thought that Uranus is standing straight like all the other planets, it is actually the only sideways planet. Kind of like it's going to bed all the time. Now this is the last and eighth planet. Neptune. Neptune is the coldest planet of the solar system. It is blue, and the reason why you can never get into it is because it is too cold too far, and it has too much storms. Now, see this little contraction I have? This is a model of the solar system. First comes Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. So you see this little panel right here? This is powered by solar energy. So solar energy it starts with the thing that we were talking about first. You know what it is? The sun. The sun makes light, which goes into this panel. And then this panel converts it into electricity going through these cables and powering the machine up. So, now that we're done with this, I'm going to show you my stone solar system collection in a box. You open it. See all these little planets? Here it says the 9 planets, just because this was made a long time ago when they described something that we're going to talk about now, which is called Pluto. They thought it was a planet a long time ago, which is maybe the time that they made this. Okay, now let's go through these. This is Mercury, and we were talking about it in the book. Mercury is very small, and it's white, like here. Venus is the second planet. Venus is, well, not appearing to this color, but this is the stone that they made it of. Now, this is Earth, the blue planet. So this is the planet, the only planet that could have life. Here is Mars, the red dusty planet. Here's Jupiter, the biggest and gaseous planet of the solar system. Here is Saturn. So Saturn is the only planet in our solar system with a large ring. So you see this little almost invisible line over here? That must be Saturn's rings. Here comes Uranus, which is the second planet with a ring, but not as large. Here is Neptune. Looks a little greeny, but nothing matters. So this is the last planet and the coldest. Okay. So this is the planet this is what I said, that they thought it was a planet, but it's not. Pluto is our new planet. Pluto is very small, kind of like Mercury. So Pluto does everything that it needs to do to be a planet, except that it doesn't clear its surroundings. Planets clear their surroundings, except Pluto. So Pluto was out of the planets. So that's why there was only 8 instead of 9. And this is the end of Franco Science Experiments videos. See you later, and make sure in the other videos to subscribe.